Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh and Eid Mubarak from all of us here in Manchester. This is Saffiya. Um, I would like to share with you a personal experience about how dua were answered. Something that never ceases to amaze me. How even in the simple situations in life, we can just make dua and we see it happening, we see it being answered. Not always, obviously, but when it happens, it is truly, truly amazing and uplifting, and it's just such a beautiful way of strengthening our iman and feeling that, yes, Allah is with us. So obviously throughout my life as a Muslim, and even before, years and years before I consciously accepted Islam as my religion, my path, my way of life, when I was 27, there were many, many occasions where I naturally sort of turned to him in my heart, in my mind, very secretly, because I was maybe a little bit embarrassed. It wasn't really part of my upbringing, very practically to ask God for help. But I think it's a natural thing, especially in times of desperate situations. And yes, very, very often my dua were answered. Um, and when this happens, it's just amazing. So one of the very recent occasion, and it's a really tiny little event, and it may sound trivial, but when it happened, I was just so amazed. I was so excited, I couldn't believe. And I was preparing a very big project that I'm working on with the Public Quran Campaign, which is a project that my husband and I have set up. And I was working to get more people interviewed and do the promotion and all that stuff. And I felt like I really, really needed to dedicate a lot of my time to it to make it really nice, because it was really worth me spending a lot of time on this. I could feel that, but at the same time, I'd accepted quite a big translation project, which had been delayed. So it was kind of starting to go closer to Ramadan and impinge on the time I could spend on this project. That was last week, a week before Ramadan. And at some point, I just felt like, how am I going to spend so much, enough time on that project and uh, not for it to not affect my work? And I started regretting accepting this commission, this work. And I thought, hold on a minute, just calm down, just don't panic. Okay, there is a way, and the only thing you can do anyway at this point is just to make dua. So I just stopped. I don't think, preparing dinner or something, and I just stopped and I just really deep down, just for a few seconds, I just closed my eyes and I took a deep breath and I just said, "Oh Allah, you are the only one who can help me. So just expand my time, just stretch my time, make it as blessed and as long as possible, so I can do both work properly." And I kid you not, a few hours, just a few hours later, maybe 2-3 hours later, I got a message from my commissioner for the translation, who not only said, I thought it was a sort of message, and I thought, oh, she's going to ask me to do more, or maybe the deadline's been a bit delayed, or I don't know. I just thought maybe some good news in there. And I opened the message and it said, "Stop your translation. There's been some changes and this project has been stopped. Just stop working on it." I I just laughed. I just could not believe how virtually instantly Allah had answered my dua and just said, okay, that's it, Saffiya, now. You have your answer. You don't do anything else but work on this project to bring the Quran to the public place as much as you can within your project. So there we go. And it's just I still can't believe it. As you can see, I'm still so excited about it. And there are loads and loads of places in the Quran where the word trust, placing your trust in Allah, is mentioned. You can find on, like, in Google, and you'll get a long list. But the one that really impacted me the most, because that's the one I came across randomly by opening the Quran a few months before I actually took my Shahada, when I was discovering the Quran. The first time I opened it, the very first time I opened the Quran, truly, this is the verse I found, which was, God will be enough for those who put their trust in him. Hasbunallah wa ni'mal wakil. And that is verse 3 in Surah 65. And it's the one I always go back to. And it removes stress, it removes anxiety, it removes fear of the future, even in these very uncertain times when we hear all sorts of things that are very scary. You know, this is it. Just go back to this one. And another one I found that is really helpful as well in those in that theme is verse 62, Surah 27, and it says, "Who is it that answers the distressed when they call upon him?" Allah. And this is all coming from this beautiful translation by my stepfather, Professor Muhammad Abdullah Halim. May he be blessed, and may his wife, my mother-in-law, be blessed as well for their amazing work. And this is it. I just pray that this inspired you, and that you have a blessed Ramadan. And I hope that you have your dua answered. And if they're not answered, do not despair. Maybe it wasn't good for you. There's something else around the corner which will be for you. So do not ever fear and worry. Allah is with you. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.